What's going on, YouTube? It's ChiHammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and I apologize if you guys watched my game 2 against Argentina. I don't know why my volume was spiking like that. It was really bugging me as I edited it, but I didn't want to waste more time and trying to go back and doing all that again. So I figured you guys either going to listen on a very low setting or just skip it overall. Either way, if you wanted to skip it and you got to this video and realized this volume's not as fucked up as the other one, basically I got a 11-9. I came back after a huge point hit in the beginning of the game. So this game right here, this is against Team Italy. Now Team Italy is the one team I didn't take a picture of our matches, but the good news is I have Trinity Keeper right here. So game 3, Italy. Oh my god, where do I start? Where do I begin? I'm going to begin with stating this out clearly. My opponent was a really fun guy. Probably one of the best, most fun guys I've had the whole tournament. It was he had a little bit of a language barrier because he spoke mostly Italian, Spanish, but basically we understood each other. We had no problems. That being said, the rest of my teammates didn't have that same luxury. They played some of my players. Basically, there was disputes before the game started about one of our, which Carl Eric pointed out to me way before. But basically, Carl Eric from Norway, he pointed out that our demon player has something called Aura of Contamination, which doesn't exist. It's a demon. 2 demon rolls mixed into one. It should be nauseating, aura, and contamination. Well, we got into an argument with their demon player saying that we don't have both, we have one. And I'm like, well, if you look at the points show they were paying for both. We took it up to the judges. The judges ruled with Italy, saying that we didn't. That took up about 10 to 15 minutes of my game time. Not only that, but coincidentally, like the table next to me, the same issue happened on the reverse. But again, I am not one to argue. I am not one to fight this, and it went in their favor again. So it's just kind of like, it started off the game like really on a bad foot. But Italy was last year's #1 ETC winner. They are tough players. They're tough opponents. They definitely are on top of their game. So basically that's one thing. And the day before, while we're eating dinner with the team, the first thing that Hector and Charlie and Lucas come up and they're like, okay, so who is fighting that Infernal Dwarf player? And I look at the list and I go, what's up with the Infernal Dwarf player? Why doesn't nobody want to fight him? And they're like, are you fucking kidding me? He has 60 blunderbusses, 60. And I'm like, so they're like strength 3, man. And then basically they're saying that the blunderbusses mixed with the immortals, mixed with the incarnates, all those are extremely deadly. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, if nobody wants to fight him, I'll fight him. And everybody's like, okay, you could fight him, James. Cause no, on my team, if you look, there was a bunch of reds on that Infernal Dwarf player. So I was like, fuck it, I'll play him. I was like, Koopa ain't scared. And that's honestly what I said. I'm dead fucking serious. I said, Koopa ain't scared, man. Koopa don't give a fuck about no strength 3 shooting. Koopa fucking has armor, man. He has 1-up armor. Koopa! So I was gung-ho about trying to fight Francesco. Well, coincidentally, let's go over the matchups. Super Orco got their Highborn Elf player. My brother, Jesse, got a mirror match against Ogre Khans. Now, this Ogre Khan player he was playing against wasn't a standard list. The standard list being double Rocker Rocks, double Cannons, and Hellfist. This player had, Frost Mammoths and something else. But basically, it wasn't no double Rocker Rocks, double Cannons. Hector got the mirror match against the Demon player, which, unfortunately, with that whole, losing nauseating aura and contamination really screwed Hector, and Hector gets a big loss for us in this game. I got against the Infernal Dwarf player. Joseph Abel is playing against, I don't know who Simone was. Let's see, actually I have this right here. Simone was their Dwarven Hold player. Oops, go back. Alright. And then Charlie was playing their Dread Elf player, and Charlie Charlie called the timeout really early on, and that was fucking epic. He's playing Luigi. I mean, I don't know if you get more Italian than that. Playing an Italian guy named Luigi. Well, my guy's name is Francesco Leone. I think pretty much all of them have extremely Italian names. Neil Hamilton was playing. I can't even pronounce that guy's name, but he's the Empire of San still guy for them. And then Alan Martini is playing their Saurian Ancient player. So basically, we got all our teams out there. Now, oh man, let's go back. Here's a picture of his Warlord and his, is it called a Warlord? What the fuck is this called? I'm going to go ahead and look this up really quick. I've got his list right here. Overlord, excuse me, his Overlord and his Vizier. Now this guy right here, this is Francesco, by the way. This picture right here, boom, boom. He's a great guy. He was really just there to have a good time. I mean, dead serious. You know, like you always hear these horror stories of like dickheaded ETC players. He is not one of them. And top it off, he was on the team last year. You know, they were the #1 team last year, and this guy was just a fun opponent the whole time. Good sport, whatever. You know what I mean. So for magic, for my level 4, I got Scorching Salvo, Immolation, Flaming Swords, and Cascading Fire. For witchcraft, I got Deceptive Glamour, Raven's Wing, and Bewitching Glare. Now, like I said, he has a unit of 30 blunderbusses, and I wish my camera. This is my camera phone. It comes out blurry if there's like a fingerprint on there, and I'm pretty sure that's what happened to all game last game and all game this game. But anyways, got 30 blunderbusses here. Got a unit of 6 incarnates here. A unit of hobgoblins. I think like 20 hobgoblins. Another unit, the white guys are another unit of blunderbusses, about 30 of them. Then he has another unit of 6 incarnates, and then he has the immortal block of 28 immortals, where the BSB in general go inside. Now, the number one thing about this list, is there's no magic and there's no real shooting. So I have a huge ranged advantage against this opponent. Okay, he does have good armor saves, but basically I got to take advantage of that. And the one thing that negates the ranged advantage is his incarnates. His incarnates are going to be able to fly into most things that shoot at him. Well, I'm kind of not really scared of the incarnates. Everybody's like, ooh, they have 2 units of incarnates. Everybody does that. Everybody's like, oh my god, 2 incarnates, 2 incarnates, 2 incarnates. The whole fucking ETC was like that. Everybody had 2 incarnates except for like our guy Joseph, who brought a Kadim. So I was like, I don't give a fuck about incarnates. Like, they don't scare me as much as a Kadim does, actually. I got Koopa, I got the A-Rock, I got plans. Alright, guys. So he deploys big center, I deploy big flanks. This is in circle. I believe it's in circle. If it's not in circle, it's counter thrust. Doesn't really matter, though. Let's see. Actually, I think it might have been counter thrust. But it does... No, it's not. It's not. It's definitely not, because I didn't deploy like a counter thrust would. So it's in circle. We're playing secure the target. So he has a target in the middle. That's where he puts his. I put mine on the far right side behind the hill, roughly. He only has 1 unit, that's scoring unit, close to that side, and that's scoring unit of hobgoblins. So while we're deploying, I go ahead and I drop my spider, my black orcs, and Koopa on the right side. I need them. I need Koopa and the A-Rock to clear out the side to let the black orcs just hold on to the objective. Everybody else is on the left side. We're going to focus on working on the flank, working that way. Now, he's going to get turn 1. This is going to be turn 1 Infernal Dwarves. And first thing he does is he just marches and triple marches all the way up. He has Dwarves. They have triple march. And he also has a movement banner on his BSB, which allows that unit to triple march 12 inches. Woo! Okay. His Carnets move up not too close, basically, but he wants to get close enough where I can't charge him, but he can start moving towards me. And that's it. Like I said, he has no shooting. He has no magic. It's going to go and start off turn 1, Orcs and Goblins, or Zod and Goblins. Zod and Goblins, turn 1. So, I'm going to play this movement game. I put Koopa inside the ruins because Koopa doesn't give a fuck. If those incarnates want to come for Koopa, knock yourself out, dude. You're flaming, I have a dragon helm, knock yourself out, right? But they're kind of far anyways, to be honest. They're kind of far. And then Koopa's out of line inside of his immortals, and Koopa is inside of the blunderbuss, but it's a really long charge. It's only movement 3. I think he might need double 6s. Might need a little bit more. I might have been like 12.1 because I might have learned my lesson. Either way, I keep Crom in the center, holding up a side. I keep my Wolf Riders back because I need Chaff sometime, basically to stop his immortals, more or less, right, when I need it. I keep I'm actually really super, and I mean hyper aware of the fact that he has these blunderbusses that can move and shoot, or move and template shoot, more or less. So I'm making sure everybody's out of range of that. All right, and basically that's how the table looks on this side. Magic phase, I got 6 power dice. I go ahead and I do a flaming swords. Now I didn't expect to get triple sixes, not even double sixes, triple sixes. Okay, so it blows up a chunk of my freaking forest goblins, the bushwhackers. Which, okay, that happened. Get it off on these guys. These guys are gonna go ahead and start shooting at his immortal or his blunderbusses that were in range. Only kills 3 guys. Meh, not even really worth it for that flaming swords. Over here, these guys are gonna go ahead and shoot into his incarnates. They end up putting a wound onto them. And then over here, these guys start shooting into his incarnates, put on another wound. So K-Pack and Bushwhackers put on a wound. It's going to go ahead and start off his turn. Turn 2, Infernal Dwarves. Turn 2, Infernal Dwarves. So he goes ahead and he triple marches again with the freaking Immortals. Now, these Immortals scare the shit out of me. I'm dead serious. These Immortals scare the shit out of me because I've played Joseph Abel. If you guys know Carrick Angar from UB, you've played against Immortals. You know what I mean? They have so many attacks. They have the Onyx ring. They got the freaking Onyx hammer, or the whatever ring it is. It's gonna make you flammable. They have the flaming banner. They're gonna turn their weapons on fire. They're gonna be able to reroll hits because they're hatred, and reroll wounds because they're flaming. With you being flammable, that fucking sucks. He chaffs Crom with a single Wolf Rider, and he keeps the other guys far back away from Koopa. He keeps the other guys far back away from the Spider. The way he's lining up is basically giving me hard charges like 11s and stuff, right? But he doesn't realize that I still have the Wog in my hand. That is truthfully what I see him doing. He's making the mistake that he's gauging me up, but he's still giving me that 1 inch, more or less. All right. He doesn't shoot because he has nothing to shoot at. He's getting really close to my chariot. It's kind of getting to a point where I have to react. So I call. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Orcs and Goblins, turn 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back to this picture right here. I call my timeout. I thought about this myself for a while, and this is why I had to call out a timeout. And for the record, I think we only get to turn 5 in this game because the initial issue with the demon player, and then it happened again with somebody else. Then somebody else called the time. Oh, Charlie called the timeout on me, so then I called the timeout back out on Charlie. So it kind of affected the games. But when Charlie called the timeout on me, he was like, James, should I charge this guy's lord, but I need 11? And I just told him, do you feel lucky? He goes, yeah. I'm like, then do it. And then all of a sudden you hear him scream on the other side, Viva Mexico! And he fucking got the 11 charge into the guy's general, like turn 2. And basically that's a 19-1. That basically was a 19-1 or a 20-0. I think it was a 19-1 on Charlie. Anyways, so I call Charlie off for the timeout. And I go, Charlie, look at this. He goes, what's up? I go, I got the Wog. I could charge. This is dead serious, dead truth, okay? The problem is, if I charge, let's go left to right. I could charge the K-Pack into those incarnates in the woods. I'm going to take DTs, and I'm going to need like a 10 to get in. But if I get in, that impact hits will pretty much pop that unit. Alright? If I charge into his blunderbusses, he'll be steadfast. He'll countercharge me with the incarnates the next turn. Okay? So that's the only viable option for my Wolf Riders, my Wolf Pack, K-Pack to charge in is the incarnates. If I charge Zod only has 2 targets. Zod has the blunderbusses, which same issue. They're going to be steadfast. They're not going to do shit. And Zod will be stuck there, and the Immortals get to countercharge. I go, Zod could go into the main block and basically do some damage, but it's not going to do much unless he goes in with more. Now, I could charge in with the common goblins and Zod into that main block, alright, which is possible. The common goblins, the trap, there's so much combat res, they could potentially actually win this, potentially, alright, but he still has a full 30-man block of 28 plus 2 characters, so it's not looking good, alright. I have Crom being chaffed. He could charge his chaff, no problem, take care of that. Hopefully get the tear. If he does, then the Crom could get the flank of the Immortals, and it just helps out on combat res just a bit. Not really. It helps out with the +1 wound, okay? Koopa could charge the blunderbusses way over there, alright, just for the sake of holding them up, holding up his other chaff guy. The Spider, A-Rock, could charge the other Immortals. Okay? I know that's so much to say what's going on, but basically that's what my thought process is. Now, the one thing I was thinking of is I could have not charged his immortals. Charge everybody else but the immortals, and just use my Wolf Riders to chaff them, and just redirect them for a turn, and it allows Crom to get free for that turn, and Crom can help do some damage. Okay? That's my thought process. Alright? Charlie goes, James, I'm going to give you the same advice you did. Just go charge. Charge. Because that's what I told him. Are you feeling lucky? He's like, yeah. I'm like, alright, then charge it. And he's like, just charge. You're feeling lucky? Go for it. I said, alright, cool. So here it goes, guys. I'm going to give you a 4-second warning. 4, 3, 2, 1. Wog! I fucking charge in with the Wog. Gonna go in with fucking Coop into the blunderbusses, the A-Rock into the Incarnates, fucking Crom into that little chump guy, fucking the Bazooka and the Horde into his Immortals, Crom into the Immortals, the K-Pack into those Incarnates. Everybody's getting fucking charged. Now, part of the reason for this is to make sure that nobody gets countercharged by his blunderbusses. Okay, that's the one thing, because I don't need anybody in my flanks. Alright, so everybody gets in. Boom! Like so. Holy fuck. Now, Zod is actually, I believe, just borderline outside that line of sight, which is just wonderful. Everybody gets in. Everybody gets in. Everybody gets in. Holy shit. Alright, so, magic, I got 11 power dice. Go ahead and I do a cascading fire onto the goblins, which could help do some damage. Combat res. I need as much combat res as possible on this unit here. Now, the one thing I tried to do was, I believe, like a flaming sword on these guys. Maybe? I want to say I wanted to do a flaming sword on these guys. I don't remember what it was. I wanted to give them the -1 to hit. He stopped that one. I knew that. Did I even have that spell? I don't even know if I had that spell. I'm going to check my spells real quick. I did have that spell. He stopped that, no problem. Then he stopped the whatever. So I ended up getting, since I had 11 dice, I had so many dice to actually try some stuff out. So I go ahead and I do a Raven's Wing, pick up my cave goblins, move them this way. And what I really wanted to do, that's all them 2 magic spells I got off. I think I got, I got off Bewitching Glare on them as well. So they're -1 leadership, or -2 leadership, because there's 2 characters in there. So if I do potentially break this unit, win combat res, they're going to be testing on a leadership 7 or 8, roughly, instead of a 9 or 10. Anyways, so I get it all off. Shooting phase. This is the reason why I Ravens Wing the Cave Goblins over, to release the Cow-nado. So the Prophet and the Cow are going to go ahead and release out here. They're going to go ahead and shoot it through their own units. Hits through all these guys. Now, I don't care if it kills, like, kills 3 fucking goblins or 5 goblins. I mean, maximum I could kill, I think 4? Yeah, I think max I can do right now is 4 kills on goblins. Well, I do kill like 4 goblins, I believe, and I only kill 2 of his guys. Only 2, and Zod doesn't take a single wound. Alright. Yeah, it was just 2. Close combat. Let's start off with the A-Rock. We were all like staring at this combat, the big combat in the middle, and I'm just like, let's avoid that. Let's go straight to this fight over here. He's like, alright, fine. So the A-Rock goes, and holy hell, the A-Rock's just ripping these guys apart. She kills 2 right off the bat. They put on a couple wounds. They put on 3 wounds onto her. After crumbling, they crumble to the point where there's only 2 incarnates left. Oh, I love you, fucking A-Rock. You fucking sexy bitch. That fight, in my head, is already over. Next round, she'll kill him. Okay. Over here, he challenges with this wolf character. Koopa goes in. Koopa kills the character. Max overkill. And basically, what ends up happening is I have a charge and 4 wounds. He has 3 ranks. He's steadfast. He sticks. If not, it was a tie. It might have been a tie. I might have done 3 wounds at a charge, and he had a banner and 3 ranks. I don't remember. Anyways, basically, we're stuck there for a while. Anyways, over here, impact hits. DTs, I only take 1 DT. Impact hits, I killed 2 of these guys, alright? Maybe 3, I can't see because the sun's glaring in. It was 3. 3 of these guys, right? So then he goes back, he starts swinging, he ends up killing off one of my chariots. My chariots go ahead and fucking make him crumble to the point where he only has 2 incarnates left. My dad walks by, my dad's coaching, and he walks by and he sees this guy pull off dead bodies of incarnates on both combats, and my dad's like, and he just kind of gives me a thumbs up and keeps walking. At this point, my dad has completely left me alone. Like, before, he was heckling the shit out of me in ESC, where he's like, you suck. Man, why would you do that? That doesn't make sense. And then now that ETC has started, he's seen me get 2 wins, and he just kind of shut up and watched my game. He told me afterwards, like after everybody, he goes, I realized that every player has a different personality, and some personalities just needed a little bit more of a push. He goes, your personality, he goes, James, I just left you there, and you did fine. Which, I mean, goes to show. Anyways, and top it off, that first game, oh my god, that first game, he was just like, come on, you only got 10 minutes, come on. I'm like, I know how much time I got, Dad. Anyways, this combat over here. Whew, this combat over here. Oh, man. Alright, let's go ahead and start. So, Zod goes in, impact hits, kills like 1 or 2 guys. He challenges, kills one of my shady gits or my champ, doesn't even matter. Because Zod doesn't need to kill anybody in combat, he can just kill the unit, right? So he starts picking apart the unit, kills off a bunch of guys. Common Goblins and Zod, which majority of it was Zod, to be honest, kills off 6 guys. Alright? He goes back and he kills, I'm not shitting you, like 10 or 15 guys. So I have, you know, Charge Banner, BSB, War Banner, I think 2 ranks. Okay, I don't have a picture of the end of the combat here. And 6 wounds. That puts me at like 12 combat res, roughly. Maybe 13. Okay. Now this guy did about 10 to 12, or I'm sorry, he did like 15 wounds back, so I automatically lose there. Then he has a rank banner, BSB, all that stuff. I'm like, shit, I lose combat. Now the good news is he loses the hatred for a turn. The bad news is this is gonna suck. This is just gonna suck. So I'm like, well, fuck it. At least my goblins are steadfast. I'm gonna roll that first, and I do. I roll the steadfast on the common goblins. Zod fails the roll. Frickin' Zod runs, and it's gonna go ahead and start off his turn. Infernal Dwarves turn 3. Infernal Dwarves turn 3. Well, Zod ran in this direction from center to center. He runs crooked this way. Well, his blunderbusses are right here, so he charges with his blunderbusses. Cause why not? Look how close Zod is, right? Zod runs, and I mean, he fucking books it. He runs like 11 or 12 and gets the fuck out of dodge, right? So, his blunderbusses failed. Now, if you noticed, Baxter's out of the unit. The reason I did this was because Baxter needed to give these guys buffs, and he was just too far away with the Horde and or with the Bushwhackers, and the Bushwhackers need to stay on the other side, right? So, Baxter exits the unit, comes this way. Basically, everybody else went the other way, whatever, right? So, alright. There is no shooting phase. He failed the charge there. Everybody's stuck in combat. Let's go straight into combat. Well, this picture here, I'm going to stay on this picture, and that's again cute for me, not for you. If you notice, I only have 3 ranks left. He killed 22 guys. 22. Holy shit. He didn't kill fucking 15. He killed 22 guys with fucking, god damn it. It's like a perfect roll. That was like a perfect roll. He only has 22 guys there when he has characters, but still, hatred and rerolls to wounds. He just fucking murdered me. Well, now he doesn't have hatred, but he still has rerolls to wound because I'm flammable, and he just goes to town and he starts ripping apart my goblins. They break. I think I did 1 wound back. I am not shitting you. I think I did 1 wound back. Not only that, he dispels all my remaining plays because that's his magic phase. So he goes ahead and pops these guys. They're going to go ahead and run. I cannot, I mean, like, he probably killed another 10 to 15 of my guys. I killed 1. I run. He chases, and he chases it directly into, or towards my cave goblins, right? Now, he doesn't get the cave goblins, but it doesn't matter. I don't really have anywhere to run. I am stuck on the edge of the table, right? So it's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Zod and Goblins turn 3, because Zod's still on the table. These 2 guys just pop together. The Fanatics just run into each other and die. Now, part of my thinking here is he's moving further and further away from the center objective. As you can see, the A-Rock popped his unit of Incarnates. The other Incarnates popped my Chariots, and my Chariots are running away. Zod, you can't see him in this picture, is on the board edge. Literally on the board edge, but just inside the edge. So the Bushwhackers are covering him, so you can't charge Zod. Alright? You have to charge the Bushwhackers and then eventually touch Zod, but this gives me at least one chance of like a stand and shoot and kill these guys. And as you can see, Baxter moves over to try to kill these Incarnates as well. The positioning I have Baxter in, I'm not worried about it because at the same time I'm thinking I'm behind the hill, his blunderbusses can't see me, all that jazz, right? So I'm thinking I'll be fine. My Chariot rallied, and then Baxter's going to go ahead and just try to shoot the Incarnates. The Bushwhacker's going to shoot the Incarnates, and then if he charges, I can stand and shoot and hopefully kill the Incarnates. Crom just ran up to help out Koopa because Crom's just like, well, fuck the other side. Like at this point, I was just abandoning ship, abandon the center, work on the objectives. My Black Orcs are on one objective. Even if he takes the center objective, we're both not gonna, we're gonna share the objective. Arak finished the Incarnates. Arak went for a charge on my turn, this turn right now, into those Immortals. Failed the fucking charge. I needed like a 5, and I rolled like a 3. I'm dead serious. So Crown moves up because Koopa's going to need help in a second. And the Prophet leaves the unit and just walks into the forest. And I'm just going to give that Cave Goblin unit up. I don't think that Cave Goblin unit's going to live. Okay? Magic Phase got 8 power dice. Go ahead and give these guys stupidity. That is like a Hail Mary. Like, fail the fucking stupidity. Please, fail the stupidity. I roll double 6s. My Prophet takes 1 wound. Alright. Go ahead and I do a bunch of dice onto Raven's Wing to pick up the Cave Goblins and put them behind him, and he stops it. Again, it's a Hail Mary. I was like, please, just let him go. Please, just jump over the unit. Don't kill my unit. Don't kill my unit. Please, just stop the pain now. Oh, man. Shooting Phase. My Bushwhackers end up putting a wound onto these guys. 2 wounds onto these guys. Baxter goes in and shoots and bah, kills another one. Fucking Baxter, you bastard. I love you. Over here. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. He has no champ. So Koopa goes in and swings. And Koopa has the AP6 sword. So Koopa kills 4 guys. Just straight up 4. Okay? The Stomp kills 1 more. Okay? Kills 5. Well, he has 3 ranks and a banner. He loses by 1. He loses by 1. He's steadfast on an 8 or 9. Rolls the dice, rolls a 10, and he's just like, his face was just like, the jaw was down, his eyes were open, like, are you kidding? He tries to measure the distance between the BSB and these guys, and it's like 20 something inches, not even close to 12. And I yell out the biggest, and I mean the biggest and the loudest, and you guys could cover your ears or put your microphones down or do whatever you need to do, your headsets down, because in 3, 2, 1, Koopa! You sexy son of a bitch! Koopa popped the whole fucking unit of 30 blunderbusses by himself. He runs, Koopa chases him. Boo! Just takes that whole fucking unit out. Oh my god! Fucking Koopa, man. You just swung that game back in my favor. You should see my dad now. He's walking by and he's like, what happened? I was like, Koopa just fucking tore apart. I mean, I am not shitting you. I'm pulling up the list right now. That unit of blunderbusses is 503 points. Okay? 503. Plus the character was another 134 or 138, one of those two. So Koopa just took 640 points, roughly. Koopa, you fat bastard. I love you so much. And it's going to go ahead and start off his turn. Infernal Dwarves turn 4. Infernal Dwarves turn 4 passes his stupidity check. You know, sometimes I just throw that out just for a Hail Mary, hoping to God that they failed it. He did not fail it. He's going to charge my Cave Goblins. Oh well. My Cave Goblins are dead. Alright, I already know they're dead. Oh my god. Oh, I wish. I'm going to pull this picture up right here. The picture you just saw. Okay. He is sitting there. He is looking at Koopa. He's like, and he pulls out the lightest side arc, and he's like, is that a rear? Is that a rear? Is that a rear? And I'm like, yes, that's a rear. Yes, that's a rear. I am not arguing it. By the way, you can see like Crom's horns just sitting on the bottom there. That's awesome. So he's like, ah, and he's like, time out. I need to know what's going on with my team. I need to know what's going on, right? So he goes, he gets the coach over, he gets the captain over, and he looks at him and he's like telling him, and he's probably telling him in Italian or in Spanish or whatever. Is it Italian or Spanish? Can somebody explain that to me? Is it considered Italian or is it considered Spanish? Because it sounds like Spanish, but it's Italian. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna just call it Italian. He's talking to his coach in Italian, and I can pretty much see what's going on. And as you can see, he has all those dice in his hands in this picture. Those dice are him trying to figure out combat resolution. His dice are trying to figure out he has a charge, a rear, a big rear, 3 ranks, and then he's trying to figure out. And he asks me, how many attacks does Koopa get? And I was like, well, those are goblins at a. Anyways, I don't know. Sorry, I got mixed up here. He's trying to figure out like how many attacks I got on Koopa, and I was like, well, Koopa has 4, and the spider has 3, and then there's a stomp. So maximum I could do is 8 wounds. All right. Well, if he has a charge, a big rear, 3 ranks, and a banner, he's already at 8, right? And it's highly unlikely that I'm gonna get all 8 wounds, to be honest. Let's just be 100% honest. So likely I'll get like 4 or 5, right? Now, the one thing is, he's thinking about it, and he has this timeout, and I'm not kidding. This is a 3-minute timeout where he's just talking to his coach about, does he charge Koopa? Does he charge Koopa? And the whole 3 minutes, from the first second he called this charge, I pulled out thought about calling out the charge. I pull out the laser to see which direction Koopa runs. Well, center to center, 12 inches, Koopa stays on the board if I flee. So I'm already in my head thinking, I'm going to flee. So he spends the whole 3 minutes to call the charge, and he's like, all right, charge. And I'm like, flee. And he was like, ah, fuck. Because now he's going to fail charge right in front of Crom. Crom! Oh, Koopa, you peg-legged bastard. I love you, man. This game made me appreciate 100%. Again, referring back to Carl Eric, but Carl Eric said, how can you come to ETC without bringing Koopa? Last year you bitched about not bringing Koopa, you gotta bring Koopa. This game right here made me really 100% appreciate Koopa. Holy fuck. Over here, oh my god, I fell for it. Oh my god, I totally forgot. These guys are in a triple march up on top of the hill and shoot the living fuck out of Baxter. Fuck! I forgot he could even do that. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking, the hill's in between us. He can't get to me yet. Totally, they got quick to fire. They have a good ballistic skill. They're going to go on the hill and boom! Just shoot the living fuck out of Baxter. Poor Baxter. God damn it. Oh, man. All right, over here, his incarnate. Actually, I rallied with Zod. Like I said, I was right on the board edge. I rallied with Zod. I think his incarnate ran into my chariot, and then eventually, I want to say that's what happened. I can't tell. Let's see. There's a picture here. Yeah, his incarnate was into my chariot. His incarnate overran this way, and basically and then these guys just pop my cave goblins. Hey, my cave goblins killed one. Good job, cave goblins. And it's gonna go ahead and start off turn 4. Sorry, his pitch is crooked. Turn 4. Zod and goblins. Well, Zod and goblins. This pitch is crooked too. I charge Crom in. He fails his terror check. He runs towards the edge of the table and gets away. He actually gets away, and he actually rallies on a 5. Now, if you notice, my ironworks are sitting on the objective, sitting pretty. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with them in the next 3 turns. So I got at least a tie on the objective. I moved the A-Rock this way. I moved the Prophet and the Wolf Riders this way. I figured there's no point whatsoever to give them those points. There's just no point whatsoever. The A-Rock's still pretty much full health. Only has 3 wounds on him. Koopa rallies. I was like, oh my god, please, Koopa, just don't fucking stop. Keep running. Just don't keep running. Just stay on the damn table, Koopa. So Koopa rallies, and Zod rallies, and basically that's how it is. Magic Phase got 2 power dice. I go ahead and I do a Raven's Wing on the spider, and I throw the spider even closer to the damage, closer to everything over there, because the A-Rock has a huge roll to come. Alright, turn 5, Infernal Dwarves. Turn 5, Infernal Dwarves. Like I said, he rallies here, and basically His blunderbuss is turned this way, getting close enough to try to shoot my A-Rock. His immortals are coming towards my A-Rock. He sees it like a threat. Like, I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of the spider now. And I was like, don't worry, the spider has a plan for you, man. I see it. You don't see it. I totally see it, right? Basically that's how it looks, right? It's gonna go ahead and start off my turn. I think this is Orcs and Goblins turn 5. I think it is. Alright, Orcs and Goblins turn 5. If you don't see it, I'm totally gonna call it out right here, okay? You guys can see this, what I see. His incarnate lives. The one incarnate lives. He actually started running away from my bushwhackers, hoping I don't kill it. I started picking wounds at it. I only get quarter points on that unit. That happens, right? But when Koopa rallied, I turned him facing the center objective. Zod is facing the ass end of those blunderbusses, and so is the A-Rock. A-Rock is facing the front end. So I'm calling out a charge, a charge, and a charge. He fucking totally didn't see it. He totally did not see these huge 10-inch charges and him pincered in the middle with that blunderbuss unit. Fuck the Immortals. I cannot fight the Immortals. I gave up on the Immortals. The Immortals are going to hold the objective. I am not going to be able to break the 3 of them. Or I'm sorry, break that unit. That unit is just too hard to break, and plus he has a D3 strength 7 weapon. Fuck that. Fuck that noise. So I'm gonna go ahead and charge in. He's gonna do a stand and shoot on the spider. Doesn't really matter. I think he might do a wound or two. Doesn't even really matter, right? Get in. Boom! Boom! Koopa! You fat bastard, Koopa. Koopa in the flank, A-Rock in the front. Zod fails the charge. Poor Zod. Crom's charging in again. He fails his terror check and he fucking runs off the table. What a fucking... That's awesome. Alright. And we just left it at that because Crom just stumbles forward. Anyways. Prophet runs in the unit of dogs because I don't want to blow up on accident because the Prophet only has 1 wound left. And the Bushwhackers are chasing that Incarnate, like I said. Magic Phase, I got 8 power dice. And go ahead and I do Deceptive Glamour on this unit of blunderbusses. They're -1 to hit me now, which is just... It just makes it even sweeter. And Close Combat. Close Combat. Boom! Holy... I don't even know who killed him. I don't even know. It was like the spider or a Koopa. I don't even remember. But look at that. I got 4, 8, 10 guys died. 10 guys died. Now this is just an auto break. I think he might have done a wound to the A-Rock. No wounds to Koopa. He fucking runs. He's gonna break, run away from the spider, center to center, and Koopa catches the whole fucking unit. A-Rock chases as well. And basically, that's the end of the game, guys. I think we got like a 10-minute warning at this time. It's like turn 5 or whatever it is. Crom basically kills these guys. My Black Orcs are holding the objective. He just turns around, walks onto the objective, and that is game, guys. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. That was fun. Alright, let's go over what Team Mexico did overall. And I gotta say, Francesco, that was an awesome game. He was laughing when I was just screaming out Koopa every time. He's like, oh man. Alright, so now the bad news. How did my brother do? He got a 0 point. 0 points. How did Gardy do? He got 1 point. How did Alan do? Alan got 0 points. So totally, right now, 3 players, we got 1 point. Alright. How did Orko do? He got 9 points. He lost, but it's a small loss, so now we're at 10 points out of 4 players. How did Joseph do? He got 10 points, so we're only at 20 points out of 5 players. Oh, God. And then our big 3. Well, I actually only won with 12 points. If I got the objective, it would have been 15-point win, but I got 12 points against Francesco. So I'm happy with that 12 points. I'm really happy. Neil Hamilton, our fucking big point winner here, he got 15 points on the Empire of Sonsdale guy, and then Charlie Romero with his fucking ginormous needing 11 to get into a charge, got a 19-point win. Oh man, overall I think, let's find that out really quick. I'm gonna put it in my little calculator here. 12, Jesse 0, Orko 9, Charlie 19, Joseph was a 10, Neil 15, Alan 0, and Gardy 1. It gave us a total of 66 points. Now, I know what you guys are saying. You guys are saying, oh, 66, that's all you got, man. Oh, that kind of sucks. Everybody who we talked to, and I mean everybody we talked to was like, holy shit, guys. You guys got points off of Italy. You did not let them cap you. And we were like, no, apparently not. And they were like, that's impressive. Because, again, Italy won first place last year, and Italy is known to just, like, pummel the crap out of most teams. So, the fact that we got technically 6 points from not being capped, people were like, wow, that's pretty good. And I mean, I was kind of destroyed by it. I was like, oh man, I could have done this, I could have done that. I could have avoided that combat and just redirect them and just totally avoided them because they're only movement 4, you know. But that unit just kind of fucked up my day. But overall, like I said, most people were just like, that was impressive. Right now, for point wise, Charlie's in the lead on our team. He has 48 points. Joseph is, Neil is second with 40 points. Then Joseph at 37. I'm at 36. Tied with Orko at 36, and then it drops to Hector at 26, Jesse at 13, and Alan at 11. For my team itself, or my army itself, all right, let's go over this really quick. Baxter earned some points. I forgot how many points freaking Kadim Incarnate is. Let's do this really quick. Kadim Incarnate, he had 18 wounds. Divide that by 680 points, or 680 points divided by 18. Excuse me. That's 37 points a wound. So he did 1 wound, which is 37 point whatever points. Anyways, because I missed that early on. But overall, Zod got only 176 points this game from that charge and killing a couple dwarves. Koopa, the big moneymaker and the MVP, is going to the A-Rock. Sorry, I know you thought it was Koopa, but in all honesty, it was the A-Rock. If the A-Rock didn't have the monstrous rank, he wouldn't pop the second blunderbuss unit. The A-Rock has Incarnates, blunderbusses, and I think that's it under his belt, whereas Koopa had blunderbusses, and a Wolf Rider. So, I think the Incarnates are still worth more. A-Rock got more points. A-Rock, you sexy son of a bitch, you got the MVP. Koopa, you gave me a hell of a good time, and I love you, Koopa, and I missed you. And this is definitely your game. Both of you guys are fucking nuts. They both racked in over 1,000 points. It actually threw Koopa up to the top right now. He's on the top of the food chain with 1,700 points total. A-Rock at 1,600 points total. Baxter only got that 37 points. Baxter is actually struggling at the bottom. Bazooka and the Horde actually got 347 points, got 1,000 points total. The Bushwhackers got 100 points. The Cownado got 88 points, or the Prophet in the Cow, but basically. Crom got 268, which is just that one unit, and the dog. And then the K-Pack took 303 points before getting punked. The Raiders and Iron Boys did nothing but hold the objective and make sure the Prophet didn't die and blow up. Woo! This was a fun game, and guys, I really want to keep just spamming these out and getting them all out to you, because the next game, I am dead serious, the next game is easily one of my top, or like top 3 games ever that I played, and I lose. I'm just giving you a warning now, I lose, but it's one of my top 3 games ever where I played my ass off. I played where I am hyper focused, and it is extremely crucial, that game. So it is one of my funnest games. At the same time, it's one of my hardest games. And at the same time, it was one of the most dickish opponents I've ever played against, and you guys will see it in the next game. This opponent though, Francesco, he's a great guy. I like this guy, and I had a good game. We lost to Italy. One of my clients. God, I'm so used to saying clients because of my job. But one of my teammates told me that he found out that Italy was just kind of not destroyed, but really upset that they didn't cap us, because they thought for sure they were going to cap us. They did. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. While we were doing matches, I felt like they were dominating the matchups, and we could not get the matchups we wanted, and it showed. It obviously showed, you know. Yeah. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this, and I enjoy making it. If you guys like it, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. I am going to hope to post this up by tonight, but if it doesn't, you'll probably get it on Monday. I'm sorry, guys. And if you're already watching it on Monday, you probably already know I couldn't get it up. But I'm gonna edit it on the car ride to Ohio tonight because I'm going to strengthen numbers. Turn them. Cops! It's not an ambulance today. It's a cop. Anyways, which is funny because there's a police station not far from here, and you would figure I would hear more cops than ambulances. Anyways, like I said, guys, I'm going to try to upload it tonight. I'm going to try to edit it on the way to the Strength in Numbers. Strength in Numbers is a 4-man team event that my brother, myself, and John653 and the Creep are all going in together as the Team Juice Crew. And wish us luck. Besides that, though, if you guys like my channel and want to show support, you can always join my Patreon. Every donation is awesome and appreciated, and I really do appreciate everybody who is a patron already, patron. But right now I have a winning record, 3 wins at ETC. I'm just going in, just over the radar, just over the hill. All right, so I'm not getting those 10-10s, but I'm not getting huge wins, and I'll take it. This is good. I'm doing all right. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna kill the video here. MVP, Patreon, like, share, subscribe. Great opponents, great team. I have a great team. I think these guys have the right mentality, and I love that. Immediately after the game, we're all like, okay, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with the next opponent? What's going on? Whatever. And that was perfect. I loved it. We all have competitive minds, and I love how we're gonna go forward into this. Anyways, guys, I'll see you next time. Take care. And I feel like I'm always missing something, but I'm just gonna say peace.